Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Browns defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They will start this drive with Ford. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Again, they turn to Ford, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Operating from the gun, Sanders. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. A give to Barkley out of the gun. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This now a 3rd and 4. To throw is Fields. Caught by Wilson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. From the gun, here's Fields. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Eagles had 2 and 2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Fields. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Sanders. And he wisely will throw that one away.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Sanders now. Off play action. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Eluding the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He finds his man complete. That's 4th. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Sanders. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Sanders off the play fake. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down.
The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. They've got a first down.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sanders. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This is 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Sanders. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. That is caught, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They run with Ford. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Looking to throw. Sanders. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Ford is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Here's Fields. He finds Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. A final shot before the break. Fields. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
What are we doing?
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. First down carry for Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And Robinson, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Now it's Fields.
Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Justin Fields
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Sanders.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Off the bootleg. Sanders. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Walker came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on will say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up here. Complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Kayvon Thibodeau able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Sanders. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Sanders.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Motioning to the left is Robinson. Now Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Flush to his right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Next to score, Browns 48, Eagles 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Here's 1st and 10. Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw is Fields.
Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Back to throw, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So a crucial 2-point conversion there. But that's just part 1 of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the ground, it's Ford. And he stopped immediately there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's Sanders throwing on 4th down. He's going to look deep for more. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they